Mandarin, Japanese, and Indonesian. Voice of Indonesia is broadcast by shortwave 3325 kHz and 4755 kHz and via streaming on voanews.id and RRI Digital on mobile application. We present various programs for you. Diplomatic Forum, The Session, Indonesian Wonder, Miscellany, Let's Speak Bahasa Indonesia, Indonesian pop and regional songs, international musical entertainment, as well as news and information about Indonesia and abroad. Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world.
Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world. The greatest soccer international competition is currently rocking in North America with 48 teams competing across 3 host nations. But today we're not just talking about the players on the pitch, but we're also gonna shining in spotlight on the incredible individuals working tirelessly behind the scenes, specifically our very own Indonesian diaspora who have stepped up as official volunteers. Joining us today from 2 different corners of the tournament, we have Mbak Angelia Huta Barat, who is experiencing the iconic, the historic soccer passion live on the ground in Mexico. And we also have Mbak Mita Yulian Sasmita, joining us all the way from the mega stadiums of Texas, USA. Hello, Mbak Angelia and Mbak Mita. Welcome to Voice Talk today.
Hi, Voice of Indonesia. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for having me too for today's session. How are you, Mbak Angelia, Mbak Mita?
Great, very good. Thank you.
How about you,
And I'm
Mbak Mita?
excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here.
I'm so excited to be here too with you, these 2 incredible women here. So maybe we start with the question for both of you. So why did you decide to apply to be a volunteer for this historic tournament? Maybe you can share the story with us. Maybe this is because of your passion for soccer, or is this the opportunity you've been waiting for this time? So maybe we can start for Mbak Angelia first. You can share your story.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I love being part of these kind of events, and volunteering has been a passion of mine. And so before the FIFA World Cup, I had only volunteered twice in a golf tournament here in Mexico. And knowing that the World Cup was going to be here in Mexico, I said, well, it's a unique opportunity. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I said, what else is stopping me from applying, right? So that's the main reason.
Okay, so how about you, Mbak Mita?
Well, for me, it's actually my childhood dream. So I love football, right? When I was 13 years old, that was the first time I watched the World Cup full tournament. And whenever, there is this pre-match ceremony where I saw people carrying the flags, and whenever it happens at World Cup, I always say to myself, you know what, one day I'm going to be there. I'm going to be part of the tournament. I'm going to be part of the World Cup, FIFA. And in 2016, I saw this advertisement about being a volunteer for Confederation Cups, Russia. So I applied, and then from then I continued to Russia 2018, and then Qatar 2022, and then now I'm here. So it's basically my childhood dream.
Right, so it's a big opportunity for you guys, and it's also your childhood dreams, right? Yeah. So could you share what your experience has been like so far working as a volunteer during this past few matches? Maybe from Mbak Mita first?
Okay, so this year I got a totally different role. The previous two World Cups I was in ticketing, so I dealt more with the spectators, ticket problems. Now I'm in broadcast services, which is a very cool role because I get to enter restricted areas, where I can see players, where I can see the press conference. But at the same time, I also cannot really post about that on social media. Well, I love sharing my journey here, but it's okay. It's fine. It's a completely different journey. So far I've been helping with the pre-match ceremony and also, little things that we do, but it's actually very important, like making sure the QR code is working, making sure the internet is stable, and then checking the area for the interview and the conference is neat. Little things, but that actually what makes this tournament perfect.
All right. So what about you, Mbak Angelia?
Yeah, so this time around, I got the role of event transport at the FIFA VIP hotels here in Mexico City, and it's been great. We were able to coordinate transportation for soccer legends such as Ronaldo, Cafu, Bebeto, Materazzi. It's been great being able to see them in person, being able to be part of their journey, going to the stadium, coming back from the stadium. It's also been great working with the FIFA people, the transport people, my fellow volunteers. Everyone's so enthusiastic, so excited to be part of such a big event, a historical event. So it's been a very special experience.
Okay. So the role is picked by the personal, or you, or by the organizer, the role of this.
Julia, maybe?
Yeah, so I had applied for another role. I wanted to be
okay.
in the stadium as a hospitality worker, but FIFA will pick the role for you, what is available for you and what matches their needs most. So you get offered the role.
Okay. It's the
Yeah,
same
that's true.
for Mbak Mita also as well.
So I mean, we applied for a position that we wanted, but in the end, it really depends on FIFA. And then I think that is great because they see that you are capable of being a great volunteer, and then they find you a spot to fill. So yeah, it's really nice.
Right. So Mbak Angelia, do you currently stay in Mexico right now? Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
I'm currently studying and working here in Mexico City.
Right. So Mexico is the first country to host soccer's ultimate state 3 times. How does it feel to serve as a volunteer there? Does it feel like deeply historical to you, or is it there another interesting perspective you'd like to share with us?
Oh, the ambience, the euphoria, it's crazy. It's different here in Mexico. Soccer is a big passion of theirs. So it's in their blood. They love soccer so much. So being able to be part of such a historical World Cup, it's the third time it's being held here in Mexico. I think it just feels so special to be picked between the thousands of volunteers that has applied, right? Especially being not from Mexico City or not a Mexican myself. I was kind of worried at first, but I'm very grateful for the opportunity and to work alongside other Mexicans. They're loving it. They're loving it. Right now, Mexico is playing against South Korea, so they're on the streets. They're really energetic, and we love to see it.
Right. So you saw Song Heung-min, right? The player.
I didn't see him directly, but yeah, because he's in Guadalajara right now.
Okay. So I curious about the inside the stadium. What is the atmosphere like inside the stadium? How would you describe the local soccer fans there? Please tell us that what you have observed so far. Angelia.
For me?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I haven't been able to go to the stadium, but the hotel that I got assigned to is really, really near to a monument called Ángel de la Independencia here in Mexico City. It's a very important Avenue. The minute Mexico won the inaugural match, everyone gathered. Everyone gathered, flags, songs, party, dancing, drinking. It's part of their culture. They celebrate big. So Mexico being able to win their first ever inaugural match after 7 inaugural matches, they were very happy. It was euphoria. It was kind of like they already won the World Cup. They were that excited. So they're loving it. As I said, soccer is in their blood. It's part of their culture. So obviously they go big.
Right. So soccer in their blood is the topic for today. Okay, so for Mbak Mita, do you currently live in Texas right now, right?
Not in diaspora, actually. So I came to Texas all the way from Indonesia just to volunteer. You know, I just love doing this. So I just feel lucky to get officially selected and can be in my third World Cup. So yeah, not a diaspora, but I've met a lot of Indonesians here, living here, and they're so nice. They helped me in my first week here, getting here and there. So yeah, it's been an awesome experience.
Right. So Texas is known for its massive state-of-the-art stadiums, perhaps more modern than the ones in Mexico. What was your first impression when you got there?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So the first time I entered my stadium, Dallas Stadium, you can feel that the vibe is just different because it is the home of Cowboys, right? Which is American football. So it's like it's really high, you know, with a lot of LEDs, and you can have it's just different. It's like being in a like basketball court like you see on TV or movies, you know, but at the same time it's also so huge. So yeah, I mean, it is not like football stadiums that I've been to. I mean, the vibe is really giving me the American football vibe plus like basketball court. So pretty cool, yeah.
All right, so we heard that this is actually your time volunteering for the competition, which is an incredible achievement, right? So could you tell us more about this journey? For instance, what are the biggest differences between these three mega events, and how did you manage to become a volunteer 3 times across different countries? Mbak Mita.
I see. Okay, I think, I don't know, maybe luck took part in it because, like, you know, in Russia, it was more than 150,000 applicants, Qatar, more than 500,000 applicants, and for this US, America, Canada, more than 1 million applicants. So, you know, Angelia, we're really lucky, you know, to get selected from like, you know, more than 1 million applicants. And if you ask about the journey, well, pretty much if you want to become one of the FIFA volunteer, you just need to apply at their website, you know, just follow the process, you know, nothing special. It's open for everyone around the world. And if you ask about the differences, well, I think it's more about the experience being in the host country, you know, like Russia is in Europe, Qatar is in like Asia. Wait, Asia, right? Wait.
Europe?
Africa. Wait. Oh my God. My geography sucks. I'm sorry for people who are watching me right now. But yeah, basically that's different continent. And then now the US also a different continent. The experience of being a FIFA volunteer itself is pretty much the same, you know. It's just amazing, you know, being someone who helped deliver amazing for the tournament. But the experience, especially here in the US, like for me, growing up watching American TV series and movies, I always wanted to experience being in the US. So, like, everything just excites me here, you know, like the yellow school bus, the white eggs, you know, newspaper being thrown onto my porch. It's just, everything just excites me. I keep saying to myself, "Oh my God!" Just like in the movies, just like in the movies. So for me, it's more about it's more about the experience. So everything just seems so fun. So yeah, thank you for football and FIFA for making it happen to me. To get experience it.
Right. So like you're the main character in a movie, something like that.
Yeah, my own movie. Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is for both of you. So seeing this massive sporting spectacle so close up and being actively involved in it, do you have any personal wishes for or hopes for the tournament's future? Maybe for Mbak Angelia first?
Yeah, I think that with 3 countries hosting it together, 48 nations playing together, it could send a message of peace and unity. I think that's what we most need right now in this world, with a lot of things happening in any corner of the world right now. I think if we are able to be part of that positive message, image, sending that image to the world, I think with this FIFA World Cup and that unity, I think that would be a great thing for to share to the world.
Okay. How about you, Mbak Mita?
I'm with Angelia. Couldn't give more. I think, and also now that they add more countries, to compete, I think that also gives like a really good chance for more countries to experience being at this biggest sporting tournament. And also 4 years later, it's going to be in Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. So I think what Angelia said earlier, yeah, it could really give a message of, unity. And I think that's what we want with any sports, right? Like we really want to make sure that sports become like a source for us together and to just celebrate.
Okay,
Yeah.
so unity. The point is the unity. Okay, so do you hope to see the Indonesian national team compete on this stage someday? I mean, how
Of
about
course.
you? Yeah, right.
Of course. I was very hopeful this time around. I was very hopeful with the selection, and I was hopeful the team was going to go through. But maybe it's not our turn yet. We just
Right.
have to keep hopeful, and then hopefully the next World Cup we're going to be able to represent.
Yeah, true. I mean, like now the volunteers are already representing the country, So next time we hope that Indonesia will truly be at the World Cup. I would love to see that, and I'm going to wear the Indonesian jersey with pride.
Right. I would love to see that too. So finally, of course, I had to ask you this. Which team are you rooting for to win it all right now? Maybe Mbak Mita first.
Argentina. It's always been Argentina since I was
Okay.
little. So I hope that they will make it again this year. But honestly, though, if Portugal wins, I don't mind. I mean, Ronaldo is also a great player, and he's been eyeing, the cup. So for me, I hope Argentina will win again. But if it's Portugal, to make Ronaldo finally feel like, yeah, I can retire happy. So it's okay.
Okay. How about you, Angelia?
Of course, Mexico.
Mexico.
I
Okay.
mean, if Indonesia were in the World Cup, I would totally support Indonesia. But because they were not in the World Cup, I have to support my second home, Mexico, obviously.
Vamos!
Vamos. Okay. Hearing your story really brings a whole new perspective to how massive and unifying soccer truly is. Thank you so much, Mbak Angelia and Mbak Mita, for taking the time out of your busy tournament and schedules to share your stories, to share your experience about the volunteering today. So best of luck with the rest of the matches, and
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And to our listeners, to keep fingers crossed that someday soon we won't just see Indonesian volunteers at the world's biggest soccer carnival, but also our national team, out there on the pitch as well. Thank you for joining us today, Mbak Angelia and Mbak Mita. See you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, see you on the next VOI Talk.